welcome to Paranormal History, and today we are talking about my personal Roman Empire, Tartariaaaa. And there are so many levels to this, and I could probably make so many more videos, or a more in-depth video, or like there's so much involved in this. So if you guys want a more in-depth, more broken down video on multiple subjects that I'm going to talk about, let me know. So Tartariaaaa, or Tartary, was a vast region that showed up on European maps from roughly the 13th to the 18th century, stretching across Central Asia, Siberia, and parts of Eastern Europe. On these maps it appears as Great Tartary, Russian Tartary, Chinese Tartary, or Independent Tartary. People argue that Tartariaaaa wasn't just a region, but a highly advanced global civilization that was systematically erased from history. The theory is that they were a technologically advanced society, unified by a lost energy system. They were architecturally sophisticated. They were peaceful and clean energy based. The key claims are something like a global catastrophe, something like a mud flood, destroyed Tartariaaaa, burying cities under layers of dirt, and their survivors later rewrote history. Now, with the mud flood theory, people point to buildings that are worldwide but have windows below street level, entrances that are literally half buried, inconsistent street levels in cities. Claim is that a massive worldwide flood occurred sometime between 1600 and 1850, covering cities and resetting civilization. One of the biggest pillars of my Tartariaaaa theory involves the architecture. Some of the notable features of Tartarian architecture are massive stone buildings, domes and spires, and towers. Intricate geometric designs, structures built allegedly too fast for the era. These buildings weren't just purely decorative. They were energy harvesting devices, possibly pulling electricity from the atmosphere, the earth itself, or resonant frequencies. And this ties directly into the World's Fair. Now, conspiracy theorists like myself like to claim that the buildings at the World Fair were pre-existing Tartarian cities, that these temporary buildings were actually ancient. After the fairs, the buildings were torn down or repurposed, and modern cities were built over them. The 1893 Chicago World Fair is one of the most famous instances of this. So why did Tartariaaaa disappear? People believe it could be due to political conquest, religious suppression, industrialization, the mud flood, the rise of centralized governments, or control of energy sources. So, do you believe Tartariaaaa was a real place? And if you could go back in time, would you visit? Because I know I definitely would.